In this video, I want to talk about the best credit cards for 2021. If you're thinking about getting a credit card as a beginner, and getting the best first credit card can be the thing that either makes your credit really good in a few years from now, or a year from now, or ruins your credit. And if you didn't already know, you always need to have credit. You need to have above average to excellent credit if you want to get the best terms and rates on any loans like mortgages, car loans, personal loans, and even getting good rewards credit cards will require you to have a good credit score. So this is a very, very important topic. So if you want to know all about all the best credit cards for beginners in 2021, be sure to stick around to the end of this video to hear about them all. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Eann, and on this channel, I talk about making money, saving money, investing money, and everything that has to do with personal finance. So if you like these kind of videos, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It's completely free and I'll really appreciate it. And also consider subscribing to this channel and turning on all the notifications, and that way you'll be able to get the updates every day when I post a new video here. Now, I could sum this video up in 3 minutes because the first credit card that is the best in my opinion for beginners is the Discover It secured credit card. And this was my first credit card. Even now, I still haven't been able to find another secured credit card that's better than this one. It's like the perfect credit card for beginners, and I'll tell you why. And after, you can comment below and let me know if you agree with me or if you have another credit card that is better than this one for beginners. Now, when you're starting out as a new credit card user, you'll have no credit. You won't have a credit score. This means you can't go and get approved for a regular credit card at Chase or BOA or any other bank. So instead, what you have to start with is called a secured credit card. A secured credit card is a credit card that works exactly the same way as a regular credit card, but the difference is that you must pay a security deposit for getting this card, and then your credit limit will be equal to that security deposit. This way, the bank doesn't need you to have a credit score to give you the card. You pay a deposit of $200 or $500, and you get a card with the same credit line of $200 or $500 or whatever your deposit was. So this fixes the issue of you not having a credit score and being able to get a credit card to build your credit. This deposit you make is also refundable, so you can get it back later on when you have a good enough credit score. However, with most secured credit cards, they'll need you to close the account and then they'll refund you the deposit, and then you can reapply for a regular credit card. But with this secured credit card from Discover, that isn't the case. They'll take note of your credit card usage, and if you pay your balance off in full every month and you are responsible with your credit, they'll return your security deposit in a few months and you won't have to cancel the card. They'll instead upgrade you to a regular credit card without pulling your credit. This is one of the best features of the secured credit card from Discover. Whenever you apply for new credit, your score falls by a few points. So imagine getting a secured credit card and moving your score from nothing to a 700 in a few months. You now want your security deposit back and you want to apply for a rewards credit card. You'll now have to close that secured credit card, which means that the age of your credit will go down, which also causes your credit score to fall, and then you'll have to pull your credit a second time to get this new credit card, which means you lose some more points again. So you could realistically lose about 15 to 20 points from closing this account and opening a new credit card account. However, with this secured credit card from Discover, this entire problem is avoided. In fact, the only reason you may want to close your secured credit card account and get another credit card could be because you want to get rewards like cashback or free airline miles or hotel discounts, and Discover actually gives you cashback upfront with the secured credit card. You don't have to wait until you have another credit card to get cash back. This secured credit card is one of the few that offers cash back. And even better, the first year you'll get a bonus of double the cash back. So if you receive $300 in cash back, then at the end of the year, Discover will match that and give you another $300 as a bonus. There isn't another beginner's credit card that does this. Secondly, once you get that security deposit returned, after a few months, you'll be upgraded to a regular credit card, which is usually the Discover Gas and Restaurant card, which also gives you 1% in cash back on everything you purchase and 2% cash back every time you purchase gas or you shop at a restaurant. So there's no real need to ever close this credit card account because it gives you rewards from day one. Now, even if you eventually apply for other credit cards that give you higher rewards later on, you still don't need to close this card account because it's absolutely 100% free. You never pay anything here. The card comes with no annual fees, no monthly fees, no maintenance fees, and no other ridiculous hidden fees that other secured credit cards come with. Now, the reason I brought this up is because you never want to close your oldest or your first credit card account because of how your credit age is actually calculated. They take your oldest and your newest credit card accounts and then they divide the number by the number of credit accounts that you have. The lower your credit age, the lower your credit score will be. So for example, let's say you got a secured credit card from some bank and you had it for 2 years and then you opened a high rewards credit card and you closed the old account because they charged you $24 per month and $100 a year in fees just for using that card. And that's actually a very bad deal. Now, even though you had the credit card for 2 years, by closing it, you would now have removed that entire history for your credit card account. So you'd only have the new credit card, which would be new. So your credit age would no longer be 2 years old, but new. It would be like brand new. So with a Discover secured credit card, you also avoid this problem by never having to close the credit card account. And because there are no fees, you can keep the account open for as long as you like without using it. And this is actually my strategy because I still have my Discover card and I probably won't close the account until I have a 850, which is the perfect credit score. Now, this video is about the best credit cards for beginners in 2021. And so if I keep talking, I'm going to talk about Discover for an entire hour. So let's move on to some other options. Although these other options will be okay, if you ask me, my opinion is that you should get the Discover It secured credit card because unlike some other credit card companies and banks, and I won't call any names here, but you can figure out who they are, they'll charge you a $20 fee here and a $50 fee there because they know you're new to credit and they know they can rip you off because you don't know much about how this works. Now, the second credit card that you could get is the Tomo credit card, and this one is actually a bit different because it works like a credit card, but instead they don't check your credit. So if you have no credit score, then it shouldn't really matter here. So the way they're able to give you a credit card without checking your credit is by looking at your banking history and checking your transactions. So they will look at your bank account and the transactions in your accounts to see how much money comes in the accounts and how much money goes out and their frequency, and this will help them to determine how much of a credit line to extend to you. Now, this process is fully automated, and so they'll be able to get into your bank account and see the information, and then they'll be able to make a determination and choose if they want to approve you for this credit card and also how much of a credit limit they want to approve you for. Now, another good feature of this card is that just like the Discover It secured credit card, you'll earn rewards of 1% in cashback on everything you purchase right from the start. The only difference is that Discover matches all your cashback in the first year, and here it's just 1% that you can get. Also, this credit card isn't actually a credit card, it's a charge card. A charge card is a card that doesn't charge any interest. However, you aren't able to have a balance on this card and keep a balance month to month. The full amount used in any billing cycle is due at the statement due date. So unlike the other credit cards where you can spend $500 and make minimum payments over 5 years, with this one you have to pay off the balance in full each month on any amount that you spend. The Tomo credit card also reports to all 3 credit bureaus, and there are no annual fees, so you can keep this card for as long as you want to. The Discover It secured also reports to all 3 credit bureaus, and this is important because this way your credit score gets updated much faster. Now, although this card is good and will work, I still like the Discover It secured card more because this is another option to consider, and if you don't like the Discover card and you also don't want to be ripped off by ridiculous fees every single month, then you should consider this card. Now, the next credit card on the list is the Petal credit card. This card also has no annual fees, so again, you don't get ripped off. Now, this card is very similar to the Tomo credit card in that they don't rely on your credit score to approve you, and so if you're new to credit and you have no credit score, then this can still work. They use your banking history and transactions to see if they can approve you and to see how much of a credit line you can get, and the limits on this card will range anywhere from $500 to $10,000. The cashback you get with this credit card is also 1%. However, unlike the Tomo credit card, you don't get 1% after the first year. The cashback actually slightly increases as time goes by. So initially, the cashback is 1% on anything you purchase. After 6 months of responsible use and paying your bills on time, they'll increase this to 1.2% in cashback. In another 6 months, if you continue to pay on time, they would again increase this cashback amount to 1.5%. So if you are good and responsible, in about 12 months, you'll have 1.5% in cashback on purchases you make with this card, which is slightly above average because the average rewards credit card gives you 1% on all purchases. So for this reason, I think this is another good beginner's credit card to get in 2021 if you're looking for a credit card that comes with no hidden fees, won't rip you off, and you can get some decent rewards for using the service. Now, I know there are a lot of other secured credit cards or beginner credit cards that I didn't mention in this video, and I'd like you to comment below and let me know which other secured credit cards or beginner credit cards you think are really good, where they don't come with any annual fees, hidden fees, it reports to all 3 credit bureaus, you either don't have to pay a deposit or you can get your deposit refunded without having to close a credit card account, and also gives you cash back starting from day 1. Comment below and let me know. Now, if you like any of these cards and you would like to see an in-depth review on any of these, then be sure to check out my playlist here on YouTube on bank accounts and credit cards, and you'll find all the credit cards and bank accounts that I reviewed here on this channel. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like the content, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon so you can get notified when I post new videos here. Check all the links down below in the description for free and helpful stuff, including Webull, where you can get involved in investing and get 2 free stocks valued at up to $1,600 just for using the link below. Once again, thanks for watching. All the best with your credit cards and building your credit score, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.